Good! We're made, Chapter 17, Section 12 of the PI vernacular, meaning Karpov and the Harbor Master MC.
I'm not even sure it's them yet.
All is lost, all is lost. Last Jackal's attempt to prove manly if once again.
Don't throw open my car. Spinelli?
Jackal feels most peculiar.
Is he in there?
I'm sorry, Mr. Corinthos isn't available. Would you like for me to, tell him you stopped by?
Well, you can tell him he's got a choice. He can either talk to me or put his family and everybody he cares about in danger.
What's going on, Max? Let him in. Make it fast.
Sonny.
Yeah.
Anthony Zacchara is disintegrating. He's going to fall completely apart if his son Johnny isn't returned safe and sound. Now, you're a father. You can understand that. So if you've got a couple of favors to call in, now would be a good time.
You know, something told me I should come to the park today. You know what it was? A little bird sat down on my shoulder and said, "Go to the park! Go to the park!" Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Listen, we're going to go with Viola to the swings, and I'll be right there, okay? I'll be right there, honey.
Wow. It's so rare to see a child with manners these days. Oh, look at her. How pretty. No wonder she's your favorite. Isn't it good to know where she is every night? Don't you sleep better knowing that she's safe?
You stay the hell away from my daughter.
I got back as soon as I could. Lulu?
Did Karpov get the bottle of vodka and the note I sent him? Don't sound so enthusiastic, Marty. Find out if he has dinner reservations. No, don't tell Jason. Are you crazy? I don't know. Hi. I missed you.
I missed you too. Couldn't stop thinking about you.
How did you manage to get any work done at all?
Oh, it's a lot easier without having you handcuffed to my wrist, that's for sure.
You know what? I never lost faith in you for 1 second. I didn't. I knew that you were... Yeah!
You need to understand something. Hey, buddy! Hey, how you doing? I missed you.
I'm so glad you're home.
Lulu.
Oh. Wow, that was quick.
Well, yeah, the guy at the deli sure knows how to move a line. I got pastrami and black and whites. They had the big ones.
Thanks.
Yeah. You seemed pretty focused when I came in.
I was thinking about home. Nicholas and Lucky are probably frantic.
You should come with me next time. It'll get your mind off things.
Oh, it's too dangerous. You should be out of the country, not in New York, taking care of me.
We're taking care of each other.
You're here because of me. And I'm starting to crack up.
Don't say that.
Why not? I may be fragile and pathetic, but I can tell the truth, at least when it applies to me.
Lulu Spencer is the daughter of an old friend of mine. I expect you to treat her with respect and be careful when you bring her in.
You're not getting this, are you? Anthony holds Lulu Spencer responsible for busting Johnny out of the joint. And if Johnny dies... Listen, understand me. Anthony is going to destroy everyone and anyone that he holds responsible. including you.
I have nothing to do with this, Trevor.
Do you think for a moment that he forgets that you kidnapped his son, you locked him up in a padded cell, you beat him up and you starved him? You're at the top of the list! You're gonna pay! Along with your family and everybody else you care for.
You threatening me?
I am asking you to make a couple of calls. Please, get in touch, if you can't do it, with Jason Morgan and have him and his people find Lulu and John.
Jason doesn't want to listen to me.
Then find somebody else, someone, somehow to take care of this. Do it for your family. Hell, do it for Kate.
I don't want her to get messed up in this.
No, don't worry, Max. I'm sure that it's fine. Trevor, what are you doing here?
You feeling better?
How could the jackal arrive at a stakeout without orange soda? The carbonated nectar would have surely settled his...
Okay, that's it. We're done. We're done. No, okay.
No,
come on.
The jackal has recovered so cold. No, but I have to stay and save the day so that Max and me still will fall in love with me.
Let go of the steering wheel. Okay, come on.
Here we go.
No, you gotta hey, stand up and walk, right?
No, we have to miss the fight. The evildoers. No, we cannot surrender. The jackal will not be vanquished. No. Well. All is well. Onward.
Look, she's making a fist.
She is.
We're going closer.
Oh my gosh, her fingers are tiny.
She's perfect.
She's beautiful.
My work here is done.
Thank you, Kel.
I'll give you guys some time to admire your little creation. Thank you. Yeah.
We did it. We created a real human being.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I knew it was a girl.
Oh, you did you?
Or a little girl.
Yeah, or a little girl.
Are you disappointed?
No. Listen to me. I have never been happier than I am right now. She's perfect. She's flawless. This is by far the best thing we've ever made in our entire life. And, oh my God, she's a she. This is a disaster.
You should have seen Patrick dash out the OR to get to the ultrasound. How did it go?
Let's see. The most beautiful baby ever. A miracle. Perfect. Like that.
You've heard all this before?
Don't get me wrong. I'm thrilled for Robin and Patrick. I mean, I don't know any other parents who have tried so hard to get it right.
I was supposed to go straight back to work, but I have to know, is Robin having a boy or a girl?
As far as decorating the nursery, I'd be thinking pink.
Oh, yes. I can't wait to tell Mac. He'll be really excited that he can start worrying early because there's another girl in the family that he can fret over, brag about, and be really strict with. Excuse me. Don't even act like you weren't just eavesdropping.
It's called work. You should try it.
You know, you don't even know Robin. You can't stand Patrick, so why do you care so much about their baby?
How am I supposed to be a father to a little girl? How am I supposed to take care of her? I mean, what if she asks me for advice?
Well, then you'll give it to her.
Right. That's easy for you to say. You were raised a little girl. I was in the dirt track playing with go-karts.
Well, maybe our little girl will play with go-karts as well, and I will teach her how to be strong and independent and think for herself, just like my mom taught me.
See, that's exactly what I'm saying, Robin. You had a good example. Both you and your mom are strong, independent, powerhouse women. You still got your heart stomped on by self-centered jerks.
We survived.
My little girl deserves more than we survived. I mean, look at her. She's perfect in there.
I know.
And then she's gonna come out in the world and there's gonna be guys lining up to take her out with bouquets of flowers and they're gonna tell her that she looks good and that they like her and all that kind of stuff and the only thing they want is one thing.
Okay, not to get technical, but our little girl is still in the womb. I don't think you have to worry about that for a really long
For a
time.
second, you don't know how bad guys can be. As much of a dog you think I was a million times worse and actually proud of it.
I'm sure you're probably an expert at that.
I am. If any guy comes to our house to take our little girl out, any guy like me, I'm going to put her in a convent or I'm going to kill him. You know what? I'm going to do both.
Lady Jane asked me to make it clear to your mother that this particular gift was not her idea, it was my idea, but she sends her love to both of you.
A boomerang?
A boomerang! Yep, you throw it, and you hit your target, and then the boomerang comes back to you every time.
Just like Jack's.
Morgan, we gotta get you over to your grandmother's.
Hey.
Do I have to?
Oh, you know Grandma Bobby's looking forward to that. She's going to have you, Cam, and Jake over. She's going to have a cookout with hot dogs, chips, and your favorite chocolate cake. And she said something about a water balloon fight in the backyard. I don't know.
No way. You wouldn't want to miss out on that, would you?
I want to stay home with you.
Okay, how about tomorrow we go to the park, and I'm going to teach you how to throw the boomerang, and then you and I go to Kelly's for a burger, huh? Just a couple of dudes hanging out in town. All right.
That sounds like fun. It does. Hey, you know Grandma Bobby wants to see you. She loves hanging out with her grandkids.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want to cancel at the last minute, Morgan. It's not nice.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
come on. Hey, come here a second. Let me tell you something. I love you. And you know, once you get over there, you're going to have tons of fun. Okay?
Okay. We'll see you tomorrow, Morgan.
Now I get to give you a proper welcome.
Carly, I only came by to see Morgan. And now that I have, I'm going to stay at the hotel like I was before.
Have Johnny and Lulu been found? Is that why you're here?
Katie, I don't know where they are. And their time is running out.
Meeting's over, Trevor.
Why do I hear these terrible rumors that you're going to marry him?
Well, those terrible rumors are all true.
You work so hard. Why would you waste your life by marrying a washed-up gangster?
Was there a congratulations in there? I didn't hear one. Did you hear one?
No, I didn't hear anything.
You got to admit that you've lowered your expectations. You used to place priority on your career.
Oh, Trevor, don't assume I didn't want to get married just because I didn't want to marry you.
Well, sweetie, I hate to be rude, but did I ever ask?
Then we both got what we wanted. It's always lovely to see you, Trevor, but I would like a moment with my fiancé.
Ah, Katie, we had some wonderful times. I introduced you to everybody that you needed to know all those weekends at the Hamptons. I even bought you that apartment on the Upper East Side. You loved being taken care of. You love being kept. And you love being mine.
It was a long time ago, Trevor. And we've all moved on.
Well, I hope that you are as grateful to Sonny as you were to me. And you didn't mind proving it, did you?
You feel like a big man now, Trevor? Embarrassing my fiancé after asking me for a favor? Don't make any sense to me.
My relationship with Kate has got nothing to do with the business that we talked about here. You find a way to get Jason Morgan on board.
What was that about?
Hi, I just got your call. You sound awful. All right, I need you to be dispassionate, rational, and very, very logical.
This is about Jerry,
No,
isn't
it's
it? What
not
do you
about
do?
Jerry. It's about Anthony Zakara, and he's gone completely off the rails, and I have to do something. But if I do the wrong thing, then my daughter is going to pay. And if I do nothing, which isn't an option because they're not going to let me do nothing this time.
Alexis, just stop. Calm down. Take a very deep breath and start at the beginning. And honey, think sentences. Think logical.
Anthony
sequence.
Zakara has threatened Christina's life, not once, but twice. The first time he said he would use her as a bargaining chip. The second time he mentioned casually how she could just drown at her day camp.
When was this?
When I had Johnny in lockup for for 24 hours, and the threat was too vague at the time, so I couldn't press charges, but I couldn't just let it go by. So
you told Sonny?
No, I can't start a mob war.
Sonny is Christina's
I
father.
told
and has a
Jerry.
right-
I told Jerry.
Excellent choice, Alexis. Yes. Why risk starting a brutal but localized mob war when you can unleash a homicidal maniac on an entire unsuspecting?
Because it worked, because he speaks a language that Zakara seems to understand. He promised that he would kill John if any harm came to me or my children.
Okay. So where's the problem?
Trevor Lansing came to my office today, and he said that Zakara has gone insane, and that if I don't drop the murder charges, that we're all going to pay.
And without John as leverage, Jerry has no way to keep Anthony on the
begged me to find a loophole to drop the murder charges, and an hour later, I came to the park, and Zakara is talking to my daughter.
Was she frightened?
No, she had no idea what was going on, but the implication was very clear, that he would find her wherever she went, if he wanted to find her. So I need to do something, and I don't know what to do. Now, I can't tell Jerry because I don't know what he'll do, and I can't plead self-defense for his murder charges. I want to, but Baldwin won't let me, and I can't take any action at all if Lulu and John are fugitives.
Okay, where is Rick in all of this?
On vacation, so she's safe right now. It's Christina that's vulnerable. I need to protect her, and I don't know how.
Oh, Alexis, look at me. You know exactly how.
Trevor, just give me your hand. He just wants me to lean on Jason to bring Johnny and Lulu home.
Well, does Jason know where they are?
If he did, he'd do everything he can to make sure Lulu comes home safe.
I'm very worried about her.
I tell you what, the longer she stays out, the more dangerous it's going to get. All it takes is one trigger-happy cop, or Johnny losing his temper, shooting somebody, and then Lulu gets charged as an accessory.
Why is it so impossible for them to turn themselves in peacefully? I don't get it. Can't they contact the police themselves? Can't they call a lawyer? Why don't they call the evening news? No one's going to shoot them if the media...
If I was still in the business, you wouldn't even think about it. I'd track them down in 2 seconds. I'm not. I'm out. So now it's up to Jason to deal with it.
First you asked me if Patrick and Robin are having a boy or a girl, and now you're listening in on my private conversations?
Have you considered getting help for your paranoia?
No, I get it.
Really? Well, if that means you're going to leave me alone, then great.
A guy like you would never care about a baby, so the only reason you keep asking me about Patrick and Robin's is to have an excuse to talk to me.
Well, I would be thrilled to never speak with you again.
Good, then move out of my house. Oh my God. Oh, you don't like me, do you? Because I guarantee I do not and will never even think about liking you.
You know what? That's just fine, because paranoid, delusional blondes with grandiose ideas in their head have never been that interesting to me.
Spinelli!
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm on it.
What happened? What did you do to him?
Whoa.
Oh, jeez. What happened?
We were working. We were in the car, and the car was too warm. I'm just a little dizzy.
Hey, buddy, look right here. Hey, over here.
Oh.
Have you been experiencing shallow breathing, nausea, seizures? Spinelli, over here. Seizures? Talk to me.
The only thing that happened is Jack OPI failed at his mission, and now the evildoers are gonna run rampant, and all is lost.
No, it's okay.
Oh, he's delirious.
He just talks like that. You know that.
He's just overheated. He didn't drink enough water, and he keeps passing out.
Okay, room 1024. Let's get some fluids going, okay?
He'll be okay. Why didn't you take better care of him?
I felt so much better after I talked to my mom. I thought Logan would go away.
He's still in shock.
But I keep telling myself that he's dead, and I don't really see him, but I do. And he's getting scarier, and I feel like I'm getting worse and worse. Did I tell you the last things that he said to me right before he died? You'll never get over me.
You should talk to someone, Lulu.
I am. I'm talking to you.
I mean a professional.
We're fugitives. The cops have permission to use deadly force. It's not the best time for me to go to therapy.
Okay, I know it's frightening, but just keep telling yourself that it's post-traumatic stress from what happened to Logan.
You mean from when I killed Logan?
It's not the same thing your mother...
Really? We don't know that because I'm acting the same way my mom did when she lost her mind.
Okay, that's why I'm taking you to see a doctor.
Our faces are probably in every emergency room in the city.
I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna get you help. Even if I have to turn myself in.
How could you let me and Morgan think you were home to stay and then you're going to turn around and leave again? What am I supposed to tell him tomorrow?
Morgan knows that I won't vanish from his life.
How does he know that? Because you bought him a stupid boomerang at the Sydney airport? Or are you going to take him to the park tomorrow? He thinks you're really home to stay and now you're leaving again. That's not fair.
Okay, nothing has changed between us. I don't know why you think that.
You don't know why I think that. I bet you don't even remember why you left in the first place, Jax. You're too stubborn to admit that you made a mistake.
No, I left because that marriage isn't working.
Well, we're not going to fix it with you not around.
This is exactly what I mean. You challenge everything I say. Every attempt at honest communication always ends up with a fight. That's why I left. I mean, I just needed to clear my mind to see if there's a reason to move back in.
There is a reason.
Carly, come on. Mutual attraction has never been a problem for us.
You needed a break and you took it, and I understand. Kind of. I know that you didn't cheat on me. I mean, I don't think.
Of course I didn't
like
cheat
that.
on you. I have every intention of honoring my marriage vows.
Except maybe the one for better or for worse.
No, I just want to be sure that if I come back, that we're equally committed, that's all.
Okay, listen to me. Put yourself in my shoes. What if I walked out on you and you wanted me back? And you showed up on the jet with champagne and I parachuted off the jet to get away from you? How would you feel? But you didn't give up. You showed up at the hotel and then I ditched you for a meeting. But you were so determined that you stayed and you handcuffed yourself to me.
Well, we certainly wouldn't have done that. I would have tried to listen to what you were saying.
Okay. Listen to what I'm saying and I want you to hear me. Even though you've walked out and you've clearly been pushing me away, I want you back.
I can't handle emotional chaos. You know, this constant back and forth, reconciliations that only last a day or two. I want to give us some space, some time to think. I mean, you need to figure out if you're holding on to me because you love me or because after losing Michael, you're afraid to lose anything else. And maybe you're fighting for this marriage. Maybe it's just a reflex for you. And if you're really, really honest, maybe you'd be happier without me.
If I tell Sonny that Anthony threatened Christina, that he'll retaliate. But you are not responsible. I'm responsible for the safety of my children, and any triggering of violence is going to be a mistake. I should just tell Jerry.
Tell me what?
Don't you dare tell Jerry one thing that we have been talking about, because girl talk is sacred, hombre. It's just between her and I.
Sagrado.
Yes, whatever. Okay. You call me. Call me.
Ciao, señorita.
Yeah.
And I'm seriously intrigued. I mean, what would reduce two high-powered attorneys to being schoolgirls in the playground?
Men, what else?
Are you dodging? What is it? Come on, tell me if I can help.
No, seriously, we were talking about you. We were saying how bad you are alone and how good you are with me and how insane that is.
Why didn't I tell you we'd be spectacular?
I mean it. You have been kind and trustworthy with me. I sometimes forget all about Mr. Craig, and that worries me.
Oh, Mr. Craig will always be with us, darling. Make no mistake, he's as dangerous as ever, sociopathic, brutal, but I promise, as I said from the start, that you're safe with me. I will protect you and your children at any cost.
Who would have thought that I'd feel the safest and most protected by you? And I do. But I feel like my world is about to come crashing down.
Well, then tell me what I can do to help.
Thank you for the gesture. But I've got to handle this on my own.
Where the hell have you been? And where's that useless son of yours?
Rick took a short vacation. Remember I told you. Why don't you let the staff deal with the road?
Stay away from them! Increase the pressure on Claudia. She knows how to reach John, I'm sure of it.
Assuming that Johnny could be found, what do you envision happening?
Johnny will turn himself in. The charges will be dropped. I've laid all the groundwork.
How did you manage to do that?
I reminded Alexis Davis of how much she has to lose.
You can't give yourself up.
I need you to get help, get treatment. If that means that I have to go through a trial, then I will.
Well, everyone's gonna think that you're guilty because you ran. You can't turn yourself in. Promise me that you are not gonna do that.
The night that Logan died, you wanted to confess. Yeah, I wouldn't let you. I covered the whole thing up and expected you to go on with your life as usual. I was trying to save you, and all I did was make your life worse.
Well, I'm feeling better. I'll be fine as long as you and I are together.
You don't have to cover in front of me.
No, everything will be fine. Just promise me we'll stay together. Okay?
Johnny?
Sorry to bother you. But the fuse blew out when I turned on the microwave, and Sal usually fixes it, and I'm afraid I'll flip the wrong switch.
Okay, well, I will fix the microwave, and you guys can stay here and make some sandwiches. I just bought some pastrami at the deli. We're supposed to be watching over Lourdes, right? And dinner's part of that deal, right, Lulu?
Sure.
Well, I really should get back to the office, but you know what? Every time I'm there, I can't stop thinking about Lulu. I mean, granted, she hardly ever showed up, and when she did, my coffee was always lukewarm. But still, I can't stop thinking about her. Where she is, and how she must be terrified.
You know what? I gotta tell you, that's what I miss most. Telling the person that I love that I will take care of everything and make it right.
Time to change the subject.
I didn't say I was going back.
So, we have to talk about wedding presents?
No, we don't. That's a good change of subject.
Yes, thank you. We have things to decide.
There's no... Kate, there's nothing to decide. We have everything we need. Tell the people to contribute to the Stone Kate's Memorial Wing at the hospital. Leave it at that.
Well, I was talking about my present to you.
The present to me. You're my present for the rest of my life.
Well, don't you want some sort of token? You know, something private, something with meaning just between the two of us? Something from the old neighborhood?
Oh, all I want is you.
There must be something else that you want. Something you did want.
Besides running away with you, nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Besides, I don't know, cars and designer suits and money and respect and money and money and did I mention money?
Did I tell you I have everything and I don't need anything?
There must be something else. Something else that you wanted. Think when you were a boy.
Okay. I always wanted to see the Brooklyn Dodgers play at Ebbets Field. But when I was a kid, it had already been torn down. And Mike used to tell me stories that he used to watch them play from, the gate at the center field. And he'd sneak into the lobby in Italian marble, and the chandeliers were shaped like baseball bats.
Yeah, my grandparents, they had season passes to the Brooklyn Dodgers. And they said Brooklyn was never the same once they went to L.A.
Why did they tear down Ebbets Field? Mike said he cried.
Of course he cried.
Yeah.
Didn't he tell you? They painted the wrecking ball like a baseball. It's cruel.
Just get me whatever you want, okay? From Ebbets Field, you can give me a picture, a postcard, whatever. Any kind of memorabilia would be nice. Because you know what? You're all I need.
You know what? If you've decided that you want to leave me for real, if you're tired of me and I'm just too damn much trouble, then say so. That's your choice, not mine. Don't put it on me.
Can you honestly say that you're happier with me in your life?
Yes, I can. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I love you. And sometimes love is messy and it's complicated. Can you handle that, Jax? Or am I going to be one more wife you walk out on?
No, I want this marriage to work.
Really?
Yes, I do.
I think you love the idea of marriage. The huge commitment, the grand romantic promise. But you know, maybe it's you. Maybe you can't live the day-to-day life married to a woman who has a kid and her own opinions and her own life.
Oh, those are all the things that I love
Well, then
about
you
you.
show me enough respect to stay here and fight for us.
I'm not going to give in to this, okay? And I refuse to fight about it anymore.
What do you mean you refuse to fight? Oh.
You okay?
That's right, Brooklyn. Ebbets Field. It's baseball, Clarice. Yes, it was built around the turn of the century. Actually, it might have been World War I. Anyway, they tore it down in the 60s. Now, what I want you to do is get me an original poster signed by the Brooklyn Dodgers. No, Clarice, they actually were in Brooklyn a long time before they went to Los Angeles, and they played in Ebbets Field. Clarice, just get me the poster.
The Brooklyn Dodgers? I never pegged you as a vintage baseball fan.
Well, I have a lot of interest.
Yes, including Michael Corinthos Jr. I understand you're planning to marry him. I suppose congratulations is in order. Although I have a word of warning for you.
I may not know you that well, Mr. Jacks, but trust me, I have been warned ad nauseum about Sonny.
You see, my brother's very fond of you, and he believes that you're making a profound mistake. Now, I have no opinion either way. I just know that Sonny's made some dangerous associates over the years, so it's highly unlikely that Sonny will ride into the happily ever after
Yes,
with
but
you.
as you may know, Sonny has left the so-called business.
Well, Sonny knows too much. He's hurt too many people. Sooner or later, he's going to have to pay. Have a lovely day.
It's crazy, isn't it? How it turned out so great for you and Johnny to hide out in Professor Siegel's apartment.
We couldn't have done it without you. Thanks.
The cops have it wrong, don't they? Johnny's innocent.
Well, does Spinelli have a fever?
I don't know. The guy's sweating a lot.
He probably never recovered from the Asian whatever, and this is some sort of relapse. You couldn't even be bothered to take his temperature?
Just hold on a second. We were in a stakeout in the SUV. It was
You should have
hot. He
waited
didn't
until
drink
it was dark outside. Think ahead for once.
Spinelli was trying
to impress you? Obviously, he would do anything to please you, even fry himself in the mobmobile.
I don't think it's gonna be that serious.
We're not all as tough as you, Jason. Spinelli is special, and he's kind and loyal and sweet and totally hero worships you. You should take better care of him. Elizabeth!
Spinelli is responding to the IV fluids, which is a very good sign.
Well, I want to see him.
He's in room 1024, but Dr. Hunter isn't finished with the exam.
That's too bad. Spinelli needs me. You can see him when I'm done.
I told you he'd be okay.
Thank you.
10th floor, Nurse Weber.
That comes later. All we have to worry about now are dirty diapers and midnight feedings.
Okay.
Dr. Drake, they need you in ER, head trauma.
Not even a moment to enjoy this. I'm sorry. I'll see you later.
Bye. Say goodbye.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Everything okay?
Yeah. I just brought Spinelli in because he fainted from the heat.
Oh.
And that new doctor's taking care of him. What about you?
Can't you tell? I can't wipe this stupid grin off my face.
Baby's getting big.
Isn't she?
She?
Yeah. We just did the ultrasound. We just found out.
Oh, that's great. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I feel so blessed. I mean, I'm completely in love with Patrick. We're having a baby. Come to think of it, I don't think any of this would have happened if it wasn't for you.
Okay, I need you to. Can you not? I need you to keep your. Look, the sooner you do this, the sooner I will know what's going on.
Why is blinding light considered a
I
diagnostic
just need you to
tool?
keep your eyes open.
See, no one needs a blind jackal. I would be lost and my cyber skills hopelessly compromised.
I need to know if you fainted because of the heat or a brain tumor.
What? Brain tumor? A growth wildly reproducing and manifesting itself in the one area where I excel? No, you must be wrong. 100 times no.
Would What are you doing to him?
Dr. Doom says I have a brain tumor.
Why would you say that?
No, it cannot be true. You're wrong.
It's okay. He's just an arrogant jerk who's terrorizing you to hurt me.
Oh, yes, I base all my diagnostic interpretations on you. And just for the record, I didn't say that he had a brain tumor.
Well, you better say that you're sorry or that you were wrong, or I'm going to call Nicholas Castan and tell him you're being mean to a patient. Actually, that's a good idea, because then you'll be out of a job, and out of my house, and then out of town, which can't happen soon enough if you ask me. It's okay, Spinelli. I'm here for you now. Are you alright? Lulu. No. No! Stay away from me! You're not real! You are dead! Leave me alone!
Come on. Okay.
It really hurts.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's swelling, isn't it? Can you give me an ice pack?
You really disappoint me, you know that?
Because I fell down?
No, because you don't have a sprained ankle. You fell down on purpose. You want me to help you over to the couch, now tend to you.
My ankle really hurts, Jax.
You know, I would have expected something a little more original than a sprained ankle from you.
Hi. I'd like to speak to Sunny Long, please.
Go ahead. Excuse me.
Sure.
What's wrong?
I'm not sure that I should be saying this to you because I'm very concerned that you're going to retaliate. But as Christina's father, I think that you should know.
What? Tell me, what's going on?
Anthony Zaccara approached Christina in the park today, and if anything happens to Johnny, I have no doubt that he's going to go after Christina.